guys, it's Carolina here from KarolinasKrafts and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to show you guys how to make this beautiful shaker. Now you could add this to a card. You could put it on like a regular rectangular card and then just decorate it a little bit more. You could also turn this into a card by when you cut out the die, you have like a folded piece of paper underneath and you don't cut out the full thing and then you just glue it to the back and then it could like open up ways. So I'm just going to make another one of these right now. I'm not attaching it to any card or anything. I just want to make another one. So that's why I'm doing this video, because it was just so fun to make and I think it looks so pretty and it's so fun. Shaker cards are so fun. So let's get started and I'll show you guys everything I'm using. Again, anything that I show you guys will also be linked down below, so you guys could check that out as well. So the first thing I'm going to be using is this snow globe die set. I got this off of AliExpress and I'll have a link down below for you guys. But I'm going to cut this piece out, the one that has like the inner circle. I'm going to cut that out in red glitter paper. So I'm going to use that for that. And then I'm also going to cut out the base and I'm going to use white cardstock for that. So right now I just need those two pieces cut out. So I'm just using my Sizzix Big Shot machine and I'm going to cut out through the red glitter first. And yes, I totally need to replace my plates. Alright, so we got this piece cut out right here. And we also got an inner circle that we could use in another project later on. Then I'm going to cut out that outside piece, which just looks like this. Okay, so then I got like my background. On my computer, I just typed up a Merry Christmas, and I'm also going to cut this. But this time we're going to cut it with this die that also came in the set. And I'm just going to try to arrange it. So I look at where this arranges here, and I try to get it straight. So move it up a little bit, and like right here, I'm going to cut. Okay, and that actually came out perfect. You just have to be careful when doing that and like make it a good size. So I forgot how big I made it. Like I think like 1/2 inch and then 2 inches wide. You just have to be careful because there is that slit that it also cuts out when with this die. So just got to make sure it's like right in the middle. It's kind of hard to see, but somehow I made it work. There's also this other piece in the die set that you could use. It's like a tag, so you could stamp on something onto this, but I don't have any Christmas stamps, so I just did the printing and then I cut it out with this die set for it to say Merry Christmas. You're also going to need to cut out this bigger piece on some acetate. So I'm also going to run this through. Alright, so there's one more thing that we're going to cut out, and you can just use a background, like a nice like wintry wonderland background. I don't have any paper like that, otherwise I would have cut out this background piece on some nice patterned paper, but I'm doing white because I just don't have a background patterned paper like that. So what I'm going to do instead is create my own background. So I have this die, and you guys could see here, there's like some trees here, there's like little reindeer kind of jumping through, and then some snowflakes. It says Merry Christmas, but we're not going to cut out that whole thing. We just want this bottom piece. So I'm going to cut this out on like a light gray paper. Okay, so it's going to be something like this, and I'm just going to cut out as much as I could on the bottom. And then we're going to end up cutting around it anyway. Alright, so I got this little weeding tool, and I'm just going to take out all of these other pieces that we're for sure not going to need. Now I'm just going to cut off some of these other pieces here. So for example, I'm not going to need that. I don't want the Christmas part in here. So we're going to cut that off. Okay, any of the snowflakes, I'm just going to round a little bit on the edges. Okay, now some of this is going to get cut off anyway, but I want to show you guys what I do with this now. So running this back through my die cutting machine, I'm just going to cut out that circle piece. Alright, so something like that, and I'm just going to run that through. Now I know this is going to be cut up into like little pieces now, but that's okay because I'm going to end up gluing this on the background. So here we just have like a random snowflake, which I'm putting aside because we might want to stick that on later. And then this is like our round piece that we're going to include on the background. What I'm actually going to do is cut out another piece, but with the circle this time, because that's where I want to glue these pieces onto. That way I just like know where to put it on, because it's kind of hard to like figure out where you're going to glue the pieces on this thing, you know? Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to add some tape around the back of this, and then we're going to tape down our acetate to that open like patterned circle. So I'm just going to cut off some tape here. I'm going to make it into like a little strip. Okay, then I'm just going to roll this, or try to tape it around here, around the back. So now what I'm going to do is just going to take off all of these pieces of tape. Alright, and now I'm just going to line these two up together. Okay, so now we have our snow globe outside cover with some acetate underneath it. Now what I'm going to do on the back of this actually is take some foam tape now. So you want to get like a big piece of foam tape, okay? Something that's going to go around this whole entire thing. So let's see, I want something like this big. Then what I'm going to do is cut this into thin strips to go around. Okay, so I got about 4 strips of kind of like this out of my roll from that one piece. What I'm going to do is take off the top layer, and this is actually going to help me mold this around my globe. With that top layer on, it's still hard to mold, but without it, it's a lot easier to just like mold this around the snow globe. So you're just going to go all the way around. Once I learned this, like I will never go back to just cutting a whole bunch of like random pieces trying to piece them together. So this is like a game changer. So much easier. Okay, so then I'm going to cut off the end, and I want to like fit that together so that there's like no bump there. Now this piece, I'm just going to go down here. I know it doesn't fit, but that one is okay. As long as this one is like seamless and doesn't, as long as this one is seamless and doesn't like have any holes, that's good. I'm going to take another one of my rolls, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do 3 layers of this, so I need to take off my top piece again. But yeah, you want to do 3 layers. I mean, it depends on how thick your foam is, your foam tape, but this works good for me. And you guys could see this one is a lot thinner than my first layer, but... Alright, so I got my 3 layers of foam tape. Now what I'm actually going to do is cut off little strips of this red glitter paper that I have, and we're going to go on the outside and glue it down all the way on the outside, and then also on the inside so that you can't see any of that foam tape. So what you want to do is look at how thick your foam tape is and just cut a strip to fit around it. You don't want anything too thick because you don't want it to stick out, but just enough to like cover it. Okay, so I cut off a little strip, and that will be perfect. So at this point, I'm just going to take some hot glue and just put it on a little bit on the outside edges, a little bit at a time, so that I could place this strip of glitter paper. So far we got part of the outside covered, not everything yet. You guys could see here I still need some here, and then we still need to do the inside, so I'm going to do that. Sometimes it also helps if you like roll this a little bit, like roll your paper a little bit before you start molding it. That way it'll make it like curly and more bendable. I will warn you guys that hot glue is a little messy and could get a little stringy, so what I do is just take a disinfecting wipe and I just wipe on the inside where the acetate is, trying to get rid of any of like that stringy mess that might be left over. And I'm going to do the same thing on the outside just to make sure it's all pretty. Okay, so once our shaker's all cleaned up, I'm just going to take a powder tool. And this is just so nothing sticks, like no sequins. And I'm just going to go on the inside in case there's like any more residue of like the tape or anything. Just on the inside so that nothing sticks to it. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside right now. We need to start building our inside piece. So I'm going to take this plain circle and I have my little kind of background here. This is going to look something like this. And you guys see it's like all round because that's how we did it before. For this I'm going to use like a very fine tip glue. So I'm just using multimedia matte, but it's like a nice little fine tip. And I'm just going to put some glue on the back of this. You really want to get all the pieces because you don't want any sequins to kind of get stuck behind it when it's a shaker card. If you guys have any other glues that you recommend, please let me know. Like that one's not my favorite. It's so hard to squeeze out of the bottle. But I don't know what else has like a super fine tip. But if you guys have any ideas or suggestions, please let me know. Anyway, so I'm just gluing on my background. Then I'm going to take some of these snowflakes and we're just going to shape some of these as well. Just give them like a nice little round edge. Okay, so then I'm just going to arrange these snowflakes on the background. Okay, so here's my background. You guys could see like the little reindeer jumping, some snowflakes, and I think it looks so pretty. Now what you want to do is glue this onto here. So I'm just going to use this as a template, as like my guide. Okay, and I'm going to put some glue on the back of this. And again, you want to make sure you get these edges really well because you don't want any sequins going behind here. Okay, so I'm just going to glue this inside. Doesn't exactly fit the best, so I'm just going to hold that in place and pick up the die now. Again, I'm going to run my powder tool on the outside of this. So now that I have this background glued on, we could see that we are now ready to put our sequins on the inside. So doesn't that look so pretty so far? So I'm going to flip this back over and I'm going to put some sequins in here. So I have like this whole box of sequins that I have organized. I will link any sequins down below, but I'm going to add in a little mix of reds. So some red, some green, and I think we're going to do some gold. Once you're satisfied with your sequin mix, you're just going to keep it all in there. And then I'm going to go on the outside over here with the hot glue again. So make sure to not get it on the inside, otherwise you're going to get a stringy mess. But quickly, you got to go all the way around before it starts drying up. Okay, and then you're just going to place this on the back. You want to make sure to line it up and then just press down so that you feel like the hotness of the glue, if that makes sense. You want to make sure it's all sealed and covered. Okay, so there is our, so far our shaker. So that looks super cute. And then what I'm going to do is put down this piece, and then I have like some Christmas pieces cut out. I bought clip art, so I cut out a whole bunch of pieces. You guys could see I could have done like December 25th. I could do like the North Pole here, but I think I want to do the penguin. I could do Santa. I could do Rudolph. Rudolph actually looks super cute too. I'm gonna go with a smaller penguin. I had this bigger one up here at first, but the smaller one looks a little bit better for this particular card. So we're just gonna glue this down. I'm gonna put some hot glue on here. I find hot glue sticks a little bit better to glitter. And then I just put some hot glue on the back of the penguin's feet. And we're going to stick him on here. Okay, so now we have this super cute shaker card with a cute little penguin. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, me showing you guys how to make this super cute shaker. So fun, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click that red subscribe button down below. Give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time in my next video. Talk to you soon. Bye.